What is up, guys? Eric here from Real Film Reviews, bringing you another movie review, this time for the new Shane Black film, The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys stars Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling and is the story of one private investigator and one sort of guy you just pay to beat up people who in the late 1970s are given the job of finding this girl named Amelia. And that's really all I'm gonna say. Hilarity and great action ensues, and it's just really a very fun movie to watch. Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe are both amazing in this movie, particularly Ryan Gosling kind of steals the show in this movie. He shows me personally in this film that he can do comedy, and he can do comedy very well. He is absolutely hilarious in this film. He makes such amazing jokes throughout the entire movie, and the script is what also carries this film so well. It's the script combined with these actors who give these great performances with this script that's so original, and it's something so different compared to all the other stuff that we get thrown in theaters nowadays. Being as it takes place in the 1970s, this movie is very stylized, and it looks extremely cool, and it fits this setting, and it builds a world. It doesn't necessarily build the world of the 1970s. It sort of builds its own LA of the 1970s. This is the new LA of this world. This isn't what you know about LA. And that was something that I think this movie did extremely well, because these characters made it feel real. The script made it feel real. It made it feel like these weird occurrences that happen in this movie are things that happen on a regular basis in this LA. It's also just a great dark comedy, which is something we don't get a lot of in Hollywood anymore, and I think it's because they're very good or they're very bad. They've kind of fallen that sort of category, but this movie has that cult classic feel that I think every great dark comedy like Fargo or The Big Lebowski has, where it feels real enough that you can laugh at the jokes, but it still feels far-fetched enough that you don't feel bad for laughing at the jokes. And I think with this movie, Shane Black really built a film that everyone could go watch and enjoy a great deal. It's very funny, the action in it is actually done really well, and even in the action there's a lot of comedy thrown in there. It's a lot of physical comedy with also a great script full of comedy. And I think that overall this movie really captures what a great cult classic dark comedy does, and that's the thing where it gives you this situation where you think, oh my gosh, if this happened it would be so sad, but then it constructs all these different things around it to make it so those situations are funny, even though in a normal setting they wouldn't be, and this movie does that flawlessly, and I think that that's what makes this movie so good, and it makes it so much more reachable for every person that can go see it. To me, the only real issue with The Nice Guys is the pacing, and about 3/4 through the movie, the pacing gets a little slow. There's like a 10 to 15 minute lull in the film, and I think during that time I maybe got a little like, where are the jokes, where's the story progressing, because it sort of just felt like dead space in the film. But right after that it picked right back up, and other than that, that's really the only thing that I can complain about. As a whole, this is just a great movie. I'm gonna give The Nice Guys an A-. If you are a fan of movies like The Big Lebowski or Fargo, dark comedies that make you sort of think for the jokes sometimes, go see this film. You will have an amazing time. I implore everyone to go see this film. You will have a great time with your friends. Anyone of any age can enjoy this movie. I wouldn't recommend taking children to it, obviously, but anyone that's old enough to see a movie that's like this will enjoy this movie. I want everyone to go see it. I do not want this movie to lose money, because this is the type of movie that we are losing in Hollywood. This is the type of movie that's getting kicked out of theaters because everyone in studios thinks, well, an original idea that's sort of a weird dark comedy, that's not going to make us any money. Let's just spit out another Marvel movie or a new reboot from the 80s. And don't get me wrong, those movies are good sometimes, and I enjoy superhero movies as much as the next guy, but they have their place in Hollywood just like these great cult films do, and I really don't want to lose those. Well guys, as always, I'm Eric. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of The Nice Guys, share everything we do here on Real Film Reviews, and I hope to see you guys later.